and gentlemen, welcome back to a brand new legal breaking reporting. A U.S. district judge has officially blocked Donald Trump's deportation, this time not just from wrongfully deporting people under the Alien Enemies Act, but for deporting people to Libya. Let's get into this brand new reporting to figure out the details and break it down and break down the legal analysis in today's reporting by NBC News. Ladies and gentlemen, the article is titled Judge Blocks Deportation Flight of Asian Migrants to Libya. And ladies and gentlemen, the article reads, a federal judge granted a temporary restraining order preventing migrants from being sent to Libya or any other third country. After immigration attorneys filed an emergency motion Wednesday. The United States reportedly plans to send a group of migrants to Libya as early as this week. A U.S. U.S. military aircraft is expected to transport the migrants, who are from the Philippines, Vietnam, and Laos, among other countries, the motion said. The plaintiffs are being set for removal, quote, without any reasonable fear screening, let alone a 15 day window, let alone a 15-day window to file a motion to reopen with the immigration court to contest any negative reasonable fear determination, unquote, according to the motion, which was filed in U.S. District Court in Massachusetts. In one case, the attorneys said in the motion, Immigration and Customs Enforcement officers at a South Texas detention facility gathered several detainees in a room. The detainees were told that they needed to sign a document agreeing to be deported to Libya. The document said, when they refused, they were put in separate rooms, quote, cuffed in, unquote, and forced to sign the document, the motion says. Libya's Provisional Government of National Unity said on social media that it is not coordinating deportations with the United States and that it rejects using the country as a destination for deported immigrants without its knowledge or consent. Quote, the government categorically denies the extent of any agreement or coordination with it regarding the reception of any migrants deported from the United States, unquote, it said. It also suggested that some parallel parties parties that are not subject to legitimacy, unquote, could be involved with the developments. Khalil Haftar's Libyan National Army, which controls eastern Libya, said in a statement that it also opposed the country's taking in deported migrants because it would violate, quote, the sovereignty of the homeland, unquote. A State Department spokesperson said the agency does not discuss the, quote, details of our diplomatic communications with other governments, unquote. The Department of Homeland Security declined to comment on anything related to Libya deportations. The Trump administration has been deporting migrants in what experts have said is a move to strong-arm weaker countries. Secretary of State Marco Rubio said last month at a cabinet meeting that the United States, quote, is, quote, actively searching for other countries to take people, unquote. We are working with other countries to say, we want to send you some of the most despicable human beings to your country, unquote, Rubio said, adding, quote, will you do that as a favor to us, unquote. And the further away, the better, so they can't come back across the border, unquote. The administration of Donald Trump, my editorial edition, constructed a $6 million deal with El Salvador this year to imprison deportees it says are members of the Venezuelan gang Trendy Aragua and the street gang MS-13. The administration has labeled both gangs foreign terrorist organizations. Hundreds of people have already been sent to El Salvador. Many of them are from Venezuela, and almost all were bound for the maximum security terrorism confinement center known by its Spanish acronym CICOT. Human rights groups have criticized the prison conditions in the country, alleging systematic torture malnutrition, and other abuses. Other countries, like Costa Rica, have also agreed to serve as a bridge between the United States and the migrants, many of whom have no criminal records. Costa Rican President Rodrigo Chavez said at a news conference in February that the country is helping its, quote, economically powerful brother from the north, unquote. Libya has long been criticized for its treatment of migrants. The independent fact-finding mission on Libya, established by the United Nations Human Rights Council, found in its report from 2023 that it was likely to, quote, likely that, quote, crimes against humanity were committed against Libyans and migrants throughout Libya, unquote. The report documented examples of, quote, arbitrary detention, murder, torture, rape, enslavement, sexual slavery, extrajudicial killing, and enforced disappearance, confirming their widespread practice in Libya, unquote. A 6-year civil war between the country's rival political factions ended in a ceasefire in 2020. However, threats to the region's stability have continued. Well, ladies and gentlemen, looks like that's going to do it for today's legal breaking reporting. If you did enjoy this legal breaking reporting, ladies and gentlemen, by NBC News, please like, comment, share, subscribe, and enjoy. Firstly, secondly, if you want to make sure you never miss a brand new legal breaking reporting, please hit the bell icon. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, as well as hit the all notifications option. It does not cost anything. Thirdly, if you want to make sure that you also never miss a brand new legal breaking reporting and legal breaking analysis video, please subscribe to me on my social medias and follow me. That'll be linked down below. I'm on Instagram, Snapchat, Threads, as well as TikTok. There, I will be updating you guys instantly on when I've uploaded brand new legal breaking analysis videos. Fourthly, ladies and gentlemen, please help me reach and achieve the goal of 160 plus subscribers. The reason why I'm saying 160 plus subscribers, ladies and gentlemen, is because right after we reach and achieve the goal of 160 subscribers, we have more subscribers to reach and achieve right after we reach and achieve the goal of 160 subscribers. Lastly, ladies and gentlemen, please stay safe. Please stay positive, even though at times I know it's hard to stay positive. It's even hard for me at times to stay positive myself during these unfortunate induced dark illegal times by caused by the illegal Trump regime and Trump administration. And know that justice will prevail correctly on the correct side of the law, eventually, despite Donald Trump and his illegal, unconstitutional administration and regimes, illegal executive orders, illegal actions, and illegal behaviors. Lastly, until my next legal breaking reporting, I will talk to you guys in the next report.